Welcome to the Midnight Eclipse Network. You are now watching Gaming Gossip, only on the Midnight Eclipse Media channel.
GTA 6 is not only one of the most anticipated games in the world, but holds the keys to becoming one of the most successful and revolutionary games we have ever seen in our lifetime. Hey everyone, my name is Mate, and on today's episode of Gaming Gossip, we are going to cruise around Los Santos as we dive into 3 reasons why I think GTA 6 isn't the game that you think it's going to be, while also showcasing and showing off some of the newest screenshots from Grand Theft Auto 6 that Rockstar has just recently published to us after the most recent delay. So, get in, buckle up, and let's drive. Grand Theft Auto 6 is to be known as one of the most expensive games ever produced and one of the longest in development history, coming in over of a decade. These factors have not come without a cost, and no, I'm not just referring to money costs. Rockstar's working culture and working environments is something that has fallen under criticism in the past. And while they have shown improvements throughout the years, I have no doubt that there may be some lingering leftover overtime hours and lingering issues that still might rear its head today. But I think we can be rest assured that this will not be a repeat of Red Dead 2's toxic culture created under a stressful work environment and long crunch hours. A longer development period would hopefully have allowed a little bit more of a stress-free and stable workplace to allow the developers and creators to do what they do best: create and develop a game of labor and love, which can be, unfortunately, an anomaly nowadays in the gaming industry. This will surely add to the excitement of one of the greatest releases of all time. Now, building off of my first point, let's dive into my second point on why I think GTA 6 is just going to be a little bit of a different game than what we're going to be used to. After understanding the overwhelming development history of Grand Theft Auto 6, we have to understand the importance of Rockstar's and Take-Two's perception in the gaming industry. Now, here's a life lesson for everyone. Perception is someone's reality. Now, let me explain. How someone perceives you right or wrong will be that person's reality to their own eye. And the gaming industry is no different. In its long history of amazing games, they all seek to learn from each other through the years of gaming successes and failures. And GTA 6 will be no different, and will be perceived to be one of the biggest gaming needle movers in the industry. It's not that the release date just affects us gamers, but in fact it affects every single gaming studio that exists, and even some of the studios you wouldn't even think would be in the conversation right now. But let me give you an analogy. Let's say the gaming industry was a giant pond, and all these games coming out and being released to the public are like rocks or pebbles being thrown into the pond, creating ripples as they fall in. Now, let's take GTA 6 for example.
You are watching Gaming Gossip, only on the Midnight Eclipse Network, proudly partnered with Rogue Energy.
Ready to go rogue? Whether you're crushing rank, grinding late night sessions, or vibing with the squad, Rogue Energy has your back. No sugar, no crash. Just clean energy, laser focus, and flavors that slap. I've been using Rogue every stream, and it's seriously a game changer. If you're tired of feeling tired, this is your sign. Grab yours now and use code MEMEDIA for 10% off. Support the stream, fuel your grind, and let's level up together. Rogue Energy.
Now, take GTA 6 for example, and instead of a pebble, let's use a boulder the size of Texas being thrown into a large pond. Well, for one thing, I can tell you, it most certainly will create ripples, if not in fact, change the entire formation and landscape of that puddle. That's exactly what's going to happen once Grand Theft Auto 6 is released to the public. It's going to reshape, reform, and create a new gaming industry going forward. Whether that be right or wrong, it's going to shape our future. Which brings me to my last, but certainly not least, third point, which is the fact that this game is so monumental in its development, in its cost, in its significance in the gaming industry, is that the game itself is going to be nothing like we have ever seen before. Between rumored weather systems causing flooding and change in ever-changing environments, or even individual blades of grass, or 3D model coins, specifically for the gamer's convenience of being immersed into this beautiful world. All of these are what I call immersion elements that pulls you into their world, but also sets the bar for games after it. And this might be a problem. Let me explain. Being immersive, being detailed, and pulling you in with the storyline. Now, there are a bunch of different elements that can go into those to create this a massive, giant success, but the pieces will all be conveyed within Grand Theft Auto 6 as such. Now, I, for one, believe when this inevitably comes out, and it is as grand as we all expect it to be, especially based on the screenshots and the gameplay, all captured on the PlayStation 5 console, it's safe to say that this game will be way ahead of its time. But for Rockstar, that time is now. And that might be a problem. You see, once Grand Theft Auto 6 is released to the public and it's in our hands, this not only sets us in an immersive, grand, magical world built from the ground up from Rockstar Studios, this sets every game after it to be in a position to be compared against it. And even some newer games coming out this year, such as Mafia: The Old Country, will get comparisons to GTA 6 once it's finally released, whether right or wrong. These are just realities we live in that you have to understand. Games will always be compared to other games. And with Grand Theft Auto 6's long history of development and all the money poured into it, it's obviously going to be head and above shoulders with games that may or may not have only been in development, 4 to 5 years. Now, is that a fair comparison? Some would say yes, some would say no, some would say it would depend on the developer itself or depend on the console itself. But either way, I'm here to tell you that this is going to be a reality we're going to live in, and it's going to reshape the way we think about Grand Theft Auto 6 when it's finally released. Again, this is not the game that we think it's going to be. This is a game that's going to encapsulate the whole industry as a whole to be showcased as one of the best games we have ever seen in our lifetime. And the importance of understanding this moment is for all to see. And just some final thoughts from your boy Mate. The game, as presently shown by the trailers and the screenshots that we're currently showing now, showcases a game already ready to go, ready to be rolled out within the next few months. So why delay it a whole year? Well, I can tell you. I truly believe that this game is so monumental that the release date is not as simple as just putting it out when the game's done. No, it's much more than that. The game itself will have to be released based on what Rockstar and Take-Two thinks is best for themselves, but also for the gaming world, because everything after that release date will not be the same. Nothing. Pricing will not be the same. Games delivering visual qualities will always be at a higher compared level to Grand Theft Auto 6. And yes, we're in the age where newer consoles, next-gen consoles, PCs, everything's being better and better and better. So obviously you expect the games to be better. But here's the thing. You have to have a game to come out that's going to show everybody this is how it's done. Now everybody has to follow suit. Now, does it make those other games not successful because of it? No, not at all. There are plenty of games that have came after, take for example, Red Dead 2, when it came out, being held as one of the best games in the last decade, that were complete successes. But they still drew comparisons to Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2, despite it being a completely different game. And again, that's the reality we live in with versus and comparing and trying to figure out, well, what's really the best game? You know, what's the value of my money for the game that I'm playing? Am I enjoying it? Is it the value that I get from it? You know, that is all perceived by you, the gamer, and viewed by you, the gamer. And only you can make that decision. At the end of it all, I'm really, really excited to finally have GTA 6 in our hands on May 26, 2026. Listen, I know I'll see y'all out there. I really appreciate it. Thanks for joining me on today's episode of Gaming Gossip. Till next time, we'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Thank you for watching Gaming Gossip, only on the Midnight Eclipse Network and YouTube channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more shows.